Hey there, really nice to see you. Today's video is a self-care pick-me-up. Boy, who doesn't need a little bit of that? A lot of it. Definitely on this end. I've been invited out to lunch with a friend, and so it's morning time, and I've already had 3 cups of coffee. These days I'm needing just a little bit more to get through, but I have enjoyed so much the lovely gift of friendship, people who have come in and they've wanted to take me out, take me to lunches and dinners. And so I've been actually busier than usual. Normally my head is kind of in the grindstone with work, and that's taken a bit of a back seat as I heal and kind of recover from everything. But I have most certainly enjoyed time with friends and laughter and a little bit of levity through all of this. So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on me and taking care of myself and doing some rituals. So I figured I'd just take you along with me, stuff that I'm doing to kind of help me out, some things that I've noticed, the toll that stress takes on the hair, skin, the body, everything. I'm just so dry. I feel like I'm so dry and depleted. So I'm needing extra moisture, and right now what I'm about to do is just sort of put on my 3 Ships eye patches, which I just pulled out of the refrigerator. As you guys know, these are, my gosh, they're my absolute favorites. And when they're nice and cool, it's like cool as a cucumber under the eye, but it's got all of these wonderful healing properties. And so a mirror might be a good thing so I don't get the stuff in my eye. But anywho, it just gets rid of the puffiness and cools, and it's just kind of a great start. I will oftentimes, okay, so here's what I do. I put on my eye patches, I drink my coffee, and then I play Wordle. Today's Wordle was a little stinker, and I was 4th row today. And I have to share with you the funniest Wordle story if you play. So there's a word that I always start with. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. It's got 3 vowels. So that's why I always start with this particular word. And it's irate, which is kind of a funny word for me because that's just not who I am. But anyway, I always start with irate. Always. One day, out of nowhere, I decide to start with adieu, A-D-I-E-U. Even more vowels. So I'm thinking, why not mix it up? That was the day that irate was the word of the day. So had I stuck with my word, I would have been a 1st row winner, which is like unheard of. That's like getting struck by lightning. So I have learned my lesson. Well, now I can't stick with irate because it's not like irate's going to be the word of the day again. But anyway, it was so frustrating for those of you who play Wordle. Anyway, so I'm gonna let my eye patches set a little bit, and my hair is also on the dry side. So I'm just taking a regular conditioner that I use in shower. This is Virtue Recovery Conditioner, and I'm just gonna let it soak. I mean, a lot, and let it deep condition my hair while dry and sit. This is something, so I think my skin is dry because I've been spending a lot of time by the swimming pool lately. It's just been well, first of all, it's been brutally hot here in Texas. But I just really like being in the sun and the water. I find it to be so healing and therapeutic. So I've been spending a lot of my time at the pool, which means, drier skin, drier hair, and as diligent as I am with SPF, still, things dry out. Everything's drying out. I'm having to water my plants every single day on my balcony so that they can live. It's so brutally hot here. Anyway, so I'm just kind of doing some stuff now that will sit for a bit, and then I'll do more in shower. These are really good things. Actually, when you wake up in the morning, this is great to do before you make your coffee, before you check email, play Wordle, whatever it is that you normally do, and then just let all these things sit in your face. And the cool thing is that with these eye patches, you can still wear readers, so they just don't get in the way of any of that. So anyhow, I'm just gonna let all of this sit and soak and heal a lot of healing. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is just spend my time here in the bathroom dry brushing my skin. I'm a big fan. I've featured this before in one of my videos. There's a handheld one. There's one with the stick for the back. But just brushing the skin and going in an upward motion. Just getting rid of the dry skin that sits on top. I'm probably going to do a little self-tanner when I get out of the shower. This helps if there's any leftover self-tan residue, or just more importantly, any leftover dry skin. And then when you apply your self-tanner, it's just going to go on evenly and more smoothly. And you just get a better application. Same with the chest, even though it's delicate, I just brush and go upward. Take a while for the redness there to cool down. Legs, super important. I don't know about you, but I always get so dry right above my knees. Ugh, hate that area. Anyway, just going to continue brushing myself here, and then we'll revisit after the shower. I'm just going to do some deep conditioning in the shower. I have a purple mask that I use that's really good for blonde hair. It's good for brightening and taking the yellow out. It's by Finola hair mask. So for those of you who are blonde, and if you ever feel like your blonde is getting a little bit dull or drab, it's a great mask to use in shower. So I will do that, and then kind of come back here and style the hair and put on some makeup and, you know, do stuff that you guys haven't seen me do in a while. That's important. I talk about this a lot in my book, Life Makeover, Beauty from the Outside In, and just how important it can be sometimes, when you're not in a great space in life, or you're not feeling so good about yourself or things or situations, to just invest in self-care, to take the time to treat yourself to some things, carve out 30 minutes or an hour, or, whatever it takes. And it can come in all different forms. I mean, for me, it's prayer in the morning, or a little bit of meditation and words to really meditate on, to think about my day and my outlook for my day. And even just simple, basic things like this, treating the hair, treating the skin. It's all a treat. It's all this beautiful little gift that you give to yourself. And then in the end, when, you're all put together, I just think you feel so much better. And I know I have. I've been doing this throughout these past couple of weeks, not all the time, but, for certain occasions, like I said, when I've been, treated to a nice meal out. And I have to tell you that I already leave my home feeling so much better about me. And then I get in the company of others, and there's so much joy in the sharing and the conversation and the laughing. So all of this to me is just part of an incredible healing process, an incredible care process. And I've always been a believer, and it's what I've written to. And I just want you to know that it's going on in full swing over here. So we'll revisit after my shower, okay? That felt so good. So I've already started to moisturize my lower half. I'm still using the Necessaire body line, the body serum, which is hyaluronic acid, and then the body lotion, which is so emollient and wonderful, but not sticky, which is why I really like these products, especially, here in Houston, when the stickometer is on the high side, everybody's sweating. It's an absolute nightmare, but yet the skin gets so dry if you're exposed to any sun. So anyway, there's like that fine balance of finding something that hydrates you nicely but doesn't make you too greasy. So anyway, I really like it. I've decided I'm not going to self-tan because I already have a bit of a tan going on, just naturally, like I said, from a little vitamin D therapy poolside lately, which has been so cathartic for me and good. Still using a lot of SPF, but the sun's still going to get through. I'm sure I'll be doing a laser video in the fall to get rid of all my sunspots. Just a little body care, skin care, and all of that to feel good. Body done for the face. A product I featured before, the Strivectin Contour Restore. Really, really good for firming and tightening when elasticity is becoming an issue. At this point, I just put it everywhere. It is for the whole face. You can use it neck too. So today's kind of a get dressed, fancy pants sort of a day. Tomorrow, moving my kiddo into college. Oh my gosh, how did that get here so quickly? Thank goodness he is close, because I don't think I could have handled anything else at this point. Tomorrow it's going to be shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops and probably some SPF, and that's about it. So today's your lucky day. Okay, now for a blow dry. I'm actually trying something new today. A friend of mine told me about this product, this Kumo Bombshell Blowout, and I've never used it, but it better do what it says it's going to do, because it was $69. So I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money for a product. But it's supposed to silken and shine, protect against damage, and it's also a thermal heat protectant. So yeah, when you've got super processed hair like mine, those things are important. Let's see if it does what it says it's going to do. This may be just something that I treat myself to and not do every single day, but although if I really love it, I may want to do it every day. You say you're supposed to section your hair, and it's like a fine mist. And away we go. Okay, so far I like what I'm seeing. It feels very, very, very soft, and you can see the straight versus all the curl coming in. So I'm going to finish it up and see you on the backside of all this. Okay, I got to admit, that does feel pretty good. So here's the blowout using the Kumo spray. But like I said, the price point is a little concerning, so I went digging just in case a product like that speaks to you. I knew I had something similar at a lower price point, and I found this Kristen S Style Assist Blow Dry Mist, ultra lightweight, split end smoothing, shine enhancing, cuts drying time, heat protectant. So very, very similar product for a fraction of the cost if you're looking for a dupe to what I just tried. But what I just tried is really, really great. So maybe I can just alternate between the two. Speaking of trying something new, I have discovered a new foundation. So excited as I pull in. I'm so excited to share it with you. But first, I'm going to prime. I'm using the Beekman primer, the Milk Primer, and it's got an SPF 30, 35. Hold on, y'all. 35. I don't want to shortchange the SPF in this Beekman 1802 product. Yeah, so I'm going to start with this and then share with you this really great foundation. I'm loving it, especially now because it's so hot and everything is just simply melting off all of our faces. So we are all needing something that's a little bit more mattifying, and this baby cakes is. I'm not going to go step by step through every makeup product that I'm using because it's really not a tutorial. It's just to get ready with me, but there are just a couple of things that I wanted to feature because I'm very excited about them. You're always supposed to match your chest, and I really, really tried to get close, but the problem is that I completely cover my face when I'm outside, and I've got SPF on my chest. But look, you can see the two-tone thing going on here. So the foundation isn't the same shade as my face, but it's also not the same shade as my chest either. But what the foundation is Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Foundation in 8 Cool something. I don't know. I can't even read that. Might be time to go see the eye doctor. Fabulous, fabulous matte foundation. So what I do is I warm it with a bronzer, and that's the best trick for any foundation that's too light and doesn't match with your chest, is you just tone it down with the bronzer. But the coverage on this is so beautiful, and the wear is amazing, and I've been wearing it out when I've gone to lunches and dinners, and my makeup stays put. Like I said, it's going to look really chalky Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. And so I did my brows and concealer and a little light powder setting. But here's where it gets so cool. And my friend Gentry Kelly taught me this. And by the way, she's going to be on my podcast next Monday talking about her story of how she became a makeup artist and then created her own line, kind of a, I hate the term rags to riches, but I mean, it really is humble beginnings to blessed middle and ending is what we'll call it. Not really near ending. She's still young. Anyway, she taught me this trick about toning down a foundation that's too light with contour and bronzer. So I've got, this is from actually a friend of mine, Art On It, and Gentry has a great bronzer as well. This is a duo, so I sort of like it because it's got a darker and lighter. And I take a big brush and I'll just start warming up in the places where I contour. And she reminded me that at our age, you want to stop doing foundation on the neck because when you're outside in daylight, you can't see the lines. It's like the reason why we're so careful with too much foundation in the lines around the eyes and the mouth is that it settles into the cracks. Same thing with the neck. So she's like, girl, use a bronzer on your neck. That'll warm it up and tie your face into your chest. And I'm like, genius. This is the best way to warm up a too light foundation. And I'll pull it down my neck and it'll slowly start tying into my chest color. And what's neat is that if I bypass this whole middle zone of my face, then I get an automatic highlight as well. I'm gonna pull back and you can kind of see a little better what's going on. And if I pull back even more, you can really, really tell that suddenly my foundation's not too light anymore. So instead of having to buy a ton of different foundations, you can always use your lighter one and just warm it. That's your little tutorial trick of the day. I'm gonna finish up with eyes, cheeks, and get to lips and see you then. I decided I'm going to wear a white dress today, which dictated sort of the color tone that I wanted to do on my face, which was really neutral. So I recently got the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, and it's called Instant Eye Palette Smoky Eyes Are Forever. And amen, Charlotte Tilbury. So I went with these green tones in here. Close the mirror so you can see. But yeah, so they work well for me because I have hazel eyes. So I did the green and then I did a little kick of the black on the outside, the way that I normally do it and just kind of smoke it out. I didn't do any inner line rim. I've got lash extensions, so I did a little liquid liner to kind of fill in the sparse areas. These extensions are like halfway out. But yeah, kind of finished up the look and then I smoked with a little green underneath in the lower lash line. So there we are, bronzer's already done. Now it's time for blush and lippy and then the makeup will be done. I still love this e.l.f. palette. I don't know how long I've had it, not that long, but the color selection in here is just really great. I mean, I live for this sort of terracotta color as you can imagine, but even just a warmer pink, a lighter pink, and a baby pink. So nice. So this seems to be my go-to. And my gosh, how affordable is this, right? So I'm just gonna slightly warm the cheeks where the sun does shine, if you know what I'm saying. Gosh, I am really in a Charlotte Tilbury zone today. Where are my... hold on. Okay, I still have Angel Alessandra. I think it might be discontinued. I don't know. For those of you who purchased it while I was in my infatuation phase, I hope you still have it. If not, it's a great peachy nude. Speaking of nude, NYX Nude Truffle still to this day. This is like a little shadow. I just see it as a real soft little border. But anyway, this lipstick, not much left, ties in quite well with the blush color. And just, you know, has that sun-kissed look. Speaking of sun-kissed, oh my gosh, Gentry Kelly's My Two Cents, which is the lip gloss that we put over the Dominique Be Blessed. This lip gloss goes over everything, which is kind of what I do. So a little gold shimmer and kick to the central lip. The makeup is done. So the question is, I don't know, the hair I don't think I'm gonna wave it, do anything. I think I'll just do like a little beach spray to separate the pieces and just sort of wear it down like this. But let me finish getting dressed. I found this great white wrap dress from Banana Republic. Y'all, I am Banana Republic obsessed. I cannot get enough. I think literally any shopping I did this summer, was at Banana Republic because it just makes me happy. Like I said, it's the lower priced Ralph Lauren look. So classy, so elegant. So let me get dressed, finish it up, and I'll make my way out since I'm meeting a friend for lunch, and we can say goodbye then, okay? Finishing up with a little Kristen S. Beach Wave spray. You don't necessarily need to have waves for it to work, but it adds just a little bit of separation and texture to the hair and gives it a bit of a, I don't know, a PC look. But do you see what I'm saying? Now that you can see everything pulled together, just that little foundation trick I adore. And it all works, and I'm ready to go enjoy myself and have a nice lunch. So I am so happy to have shared this self-care journey with you. I most certainly feel better than I did when I started this video. I feel nourished from the outside in. Beauty from the outside in. Where have we heard that before? Yes, it's always been my mantra because I believe it to be true. Beauty from the inside out is you. Can I just please take a moment and offer my immense gratitude for the outpouring of love, support, care, nurturing. Words can't even begin to describe the level of love and warmth that has just come from you regarding my mom and all that I've been through. And I promised myself today I wasn't going to cry. This is a non-crying video. And I know someone's going to say that's not healthy, but I'm not in that zone today. There are moments where I do, but today my heart is full of gratitude. My heart is full of love. It is full of thanks. It is full of sharing, and I really cannot express how much you mean to me and your words of support and how uplifting they've been. So please know that if I've been unable to respond, which is almost impossible, there's been so much, I just want you to know I've read every email that's come my way. Everything. I appreciate you so, so much on this journey. So please, let me be an inspiration to you that in the moment of darkness and difficulty and a lot of change and a lot of things that have to get done that are uncomfortable and unpleasant, it's still important to invest in you just so that you can feel good about you and tackle all of those things with a better frame of mind. I'm a big believer. Go out, be bold and be blessed, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye.